Have you ever noticed something strange about yourself? Someone invites you out, and instead of excitement, you feel a quiet resistance. It's not dramatic, not anxiety, not a clear reason you can point to. Just a small inner voice saying you'd rather be home. And almost immediately, guilt follows. Because somewhere along the way, we learned that loving to stay home must mean something is wrong with us, that it means we're boring, antisocial, or falling behind, while the people who have their lives together are always out there, busy, visible, surrounded by noise. But here's a question most people never ask. What if the people who love staying home the most aren't avoiding life at all, but protecting their minds? Today, this isn't about excuses or comfort zones. It's about psychology, about how certain brains are wired differently, and why quiet isn't a weakness, but a requirement. If you've ever felt misunderstood for choosing home, this video is for you.
Let's start with something important. Temperament is not a personality trend. It's biological. Decades of psychological research show that some people are born with nervous systems that respond more strongly to stimulation, noise, crowds, constant conversation, and social performance. For these people, the brain doesn't skim experiences, it processes them deeply. Imagine two phones, one designed to run dozens of apps all day without slowing down, and another that's just as powerful, but optimized for focus instead of overload. When too many apps are running, the second phone doesn't break, it drains. That's not a flaw, that's design.
Neuroscience supports this. Studies show that introverted and highly sensitive individuals often have greater activity in the frontal lobe, the part of the brain responsible for reflection, planning, and deep thinking. So when you feel clearer, calmer, and more alive at home, you're not shrinking your life. You're placing your brain in the environment where it works best.
Now, let's talk about why home feels so good. Home gives you something the outside world rarely does: control. You control the lights, the noise, the pace, and the presence or absence of people. There's no performance required, no scanning faces for reactions, no constant adjustment to fit the room. Your nervous system finally relaxes. Psychologists call this perceived control, and it's one of the strongest predictors of well-being. As perceived control increases, stress hormones drop, and your body shifts into recovery mode. This isn't laziness, it's regulation.
Solitude plays a key role here. Solitude is not loneliness. Loneliness hurts, but solitude restores. Think of it like digestion. You can't keep eating nonstop and expect your body to stay healthy. Experiences work the same way. Social interaction is mental input. Noise is input. Expectations are input. Home is where your mind finally gets to process what it has consumed.
You've probably felt this before. You go to a gathering, you smile, you talk, you engage, and nothing bad happens. But when you get home, you're not tired in your body, you're tired in your head. Your thoughts feel loud, your attention feels scattered, and you crave silence. That's not weakness, that's your brain asking for recovery.
This is also why creativity so often blooms at home. Many of history's most creative minds preferred quiet lives, not because they feared people, but because deep work requires uninterrupted attention. Ideas rarely arrive in chaos. They surface in stillness. When you stay home, you're not disconnecting from the world. You're reconnecting with the part of yourself that thinks, creates, and reflects.
But here's an important distinction. There's a difference between choosing solitude and hiding in it. If staying home energizes you, if it leaves you calm, creative, and mentally clear, you're honoring your nature. But if staying home feels numb, empty, or driven by fear rather than preference, that's something else, and it deserves compassion, not judgment. Ask yourself one honest question. Does staying home give me energy, or does it help me avoid life? The answer matters.
So, how do you live as someone who loves staying home without guilt? First, redefine what social means. Connection doesn't require crowds.
Depth often lives in one-on-one moments. Second, set boundaries without apology. Rest does not need justification. Third, build a rich inner life. Read, create, learn. Move your body, because intentional solitude is powerful. And finally, if you do go out, do it strategically. Group obligations together and protect your recovery time afterward. This isn't avoidance, it's self-respect.
Here's what I want you to remember. Loving to stay home doesn't make you small, it makes you aligned. The world doesn't only need loud voices, it needs thoughtful ones. People who create in quiet spaces and know how to be alone without being lost. Your home isn't where you disappear, it's where you prepare. So stop apologizing. Stop forcing yourself into spaces that drain you. You're not hiding, you're recharging. If this felt like you, you're not alone here. Share one thing you genuinely love about being home in the comments. And if you want to go deeper, the next video explores how to handle social pressure in a world that rewards constant visibility.